Hare Krishna, is my screen visible?
Yeah,
Screen
Satya. Kanpadtundi.
Hare Krishna, let's get started. Hare Krishna, Suri.
Hare Krishna.
So last session, we discussed about scriptures. I thought let's spend few minutes to recap because there is already 2 weeks. మనం 95% మర్చిపోయి ఉంటాం అంతే కదా లేదా వండర్ఫుల్ థ్యాంక్ యూ సో we discussed the importance of Gita, where Shankaracharya said in Gita Mahatyam, Sarvopanishado gavo dogda gopalanandana pardo vakta sudir bhokta dugdam Gita amrutam mahat. So Shankaracharya var emannaru, what did he say? If the entire Sarvopanishado gavo, if the entire 108 Upanishads is considered as ఒక ఆవుతో పోలిస్తే ఆవు పాలు పితుకుతుంటే అది అర్జునుడు ఒక దూడలాగా ఆ పాలు తీసుకుంటున్నారు. ఆ పాలు గీతామృతం. అంటే అన్ని 108 ఉపనిషత్తులు వాళ్ళు మనం చదివి అర్థం చేసుకునే బదులు ఒక్క గీత అర్థం చేసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. అది శంకరాచార్యులు వారు చెప్పారు. సో దట్ గివ్స్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ భగవద్గీత. దెన్ వి డిస్కస్డ్ నెక్స్ట్ శ్లోక, సర్వస్య చాహం హృది సన్నివిష్టో మత్త స్మృతిర్ జ్ఞానమపోహనం చ వేదైశ్చ సర్వైరహమేవ వేద్య వేదాంత కృత్ వేదవిద్ ఏవ చాహం. సో ఇందులో మనం ఏమర్థం చేసుకున్నాం? ఎంటైర్ వేదాలు చదివితే మనం తెలుసుకోవాల్సింది ఏమిటి? శ్రీకృష్ణుడు పరమదేవుడు, దేవాది దేవుడు శ్రీకృష్ణుడు. శ్రీకృష్ణుని అర్థం చేసుకోవటమే వేదాల సారం. మనం ఎన్ని వేదాలు చదివినా ఫైనల్ గా ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ అబౌట్ కృష్ణ, వీ డిడ్ నాట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ వేదాస్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద 2 important slokas coming from Bhagavad Gita which are explaining about the importance of Gita and what is the essence of all Vedas. Essence of all Vedas is understanding Krishna. Then we discussed briefly about that sampradayas. That means whom we need to follow, why we need to, which Gita to follow. There are hundreds of Gita. Why is Satya telling that Bhagavad Gita as it is the right Gita only, not others? How do we apply that one? So we started understanding that coming from Krishna, there are 4 sampradayas which has come. One is Brahma Sampradaya, which is followed by Madhvacharya. Next one is Sampradaya starting from Lakshmi Devi, continued by Ramanujacharya. Then third Sampradaya, Shiva Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya started from Shiva, continued by Vishnu Swami. Fourth Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, continued by Nimbarkacharya. So these are the 4 Sampradayas, and there are so many people coming in that lineage. Like we are now connected to the first Sampradaya, which is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Acharya Srila Prabhupada, ఎవరైతే ఆయన భగవద్గీత మనం చదువుతున్నామో, he is connected to the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So we discussed the importance of parampara. Guru parampara ద్వారా వస్తున్న పుస్తకాల్లో there is every chance that the books are not changed. Meaning is not changed. So ఎవరు పడితే వాళ్ళు రాసింది చదివే బదులు పరంపరలో వస్తున్న చదివితే సోర్స్ మారదు అని మనకు ఒక నమ్మకం ఏర్పడుతుంది. దట్స్ వాట్ వి డిస్కస్డ్. దెన్ బ్రాడ్ గా మీకు అర్థం కావటం కోసం వి జస్ట్ డిస్క్రైబ్డ్ కృష్ణుడి నుంచి బ్రహ్మ టు నారద టు వ్యాస భగవాన్, వ్యాస టు మధ్వ టు పద్మనాభ, అలా ఫైనల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ టు శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద. ఫ్రమ్ శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద హిస్ డిసైపుల్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ అండ్ the books are continuing like that. Knowledge is preserved. ఎలా అయితే ఇదివరకు మన ఇంట్లో పెద్దవాళ్ళు జాగ్రత్తగా ఆస్తులు కాపాడి అన్ని కాపాడి పిల్లలకి ఎలా చేతికిస్తారో, ఆ ఇంట్లో ఉన్న ముఖ్యమైనవి కొన్ని ఉంటే వాళ్ళ సాంప్రదాయాలు పెద్దవాళ్ళు ముసలివాళ్ళు చెప్పి ఇదిగోమ్మ ఇది చాలా చూడండి అని ఎలా ఇస్తారో, అది మనం భద్రంగా ఎలా చూస్తామో అలా మన కృష్ణుడి దగ్గర నుంచి, వ్యాసుడి దగ్గర నుంచి, శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద వారి దగ్గర నుంచి మన చేతికి అందుకున్నాం. అది మనం తీసుకొని ముందుకెళ్ళాలి. మన డ్యూటీ ఈస్ టు టేక్ ఇట్ ఫర్దర్. Next. So why Bhagavad Gita as it is? We discussed a few points. It's an unbroken chain. Krishna నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయిన చైన్ ఇంతవరకు బ్రేక్ అవ్వలేదు. తర్వాత నో అడల్టరేషన్. గీతలో ఎవరికి నచ్చింది వాళ్ళు మామూలుగా రాస్తారు. ఈ గీతలో కృష్ణుడు ఏం చెప్పాడో అదే రాస్తుంది. నా మనసులో ఏముందో అది కాదు రాసింది. కృష్ణుడు ఏం చెప్పదలుచుకున్నాడు, కృష్ణుడు చెప్పి ఎలా మన అర్థం చేసుకోదలుచుకున్నాడు అదే ఉంది. ప్లస్ కొన్ని గీతాస్ ఫోకస్ మోర్ ఆన్ అష్టాంగ యోగ, కొన్ని గీతాస్ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ జ్ఞాన యోగ. బట్ కృష్ణుడు చాప్టర్ 12 లో హీ సెడ్ భక్తి యోగ ఇస్ ద హైయెస్ట్. భక్తి యోగా ఇస్ ద ఈజియెస్ట్ అని చెప్పారు. సో శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద భగవద్గీత ఇస్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ భక్తి యోగా. భక్తి యోగా యొక్క గొప్పతనం ఏంటి, అది ఎంత సింపుల్ మనకి అన్న దాని మీద ఆధారపడింది. దెన్ ఇట్ ఆల్సో టాక్స్ అబౌట్ కృష్ణ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎ ఫామ్. చాలా వరకు అద్వైతవాదంలో మనకి ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే భగవంతుడికి రూపం లేదు, నామం లేదు అంటూ ఉంటారు. అది ఒక విధంగా కరెక్ట్, కానీ అసలు అంటూ ఒక రూపం ఉంటుంది. ఆ రూపం ఉంది, నామం ఉంది. ఆ రూపం ఆయన ఇలా ఉంటారు, వనమాల ధరించి ఉంటారు, హీఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ దట్ మురళి త్రిభంగ పొజిషన్ లో ఉన్నారు. దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణ. బట్ మనం ఒక అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఏంటంటే రూపం లేదని. ఇప్పుడు మన ఇంట్లో పిల్లల్ని వి కాల్ దెమ్ బుజ్జి, చిట్టి, ఏదేదో పిలుస్తాం. అంటే పేరు లేదనా? పేరు ఉంది, మనం ముద్దు పేరుతో రకరకాలుగా పిలుస్తాం. అట్లానే సో కృష్ణుడు పర్సనల్ ఫామ్, యూ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ విత్ కృష్ణ ఇన్ ఏ పర్సనల్ వే అని చెప్పిన గీతస్ కొన్ని ఉన్నాయి. అందులో భగవద్గీత యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్. సో అండ్ ఆల్సో వేరే గీతస్ లో ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే నువ్వు భగవంతుడు ఒకటే, నువ్వే భగవంతుడివి, నీకు ఈ రోజు తెలియదు అన్నది ఈ వాదన చాలా ఉంటుంది. మనమే భగవంతుడు అయితే మనం ఇన్ని కష్టాలు పడాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, హ్యాపీగా కూర్చోవచ్చు, కాలు మీద కాలు వేసుకొని కూర్చోవచ్చు. సో మనం భగవంతుడు కాదు అని చెప్పేది గీత. కేవలం మన భగవంతుడు సృష్టించబడ్డాం అండ్ వీఆర్ డిపెండెంట్ ఆన్ గాడ్. మన భగవంతుడి సేవకుల మాత్రమే, ఆయనకి మన సేవ చేసుకోవాలని చెప్పేది భగవద్గీత యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద థింగ్స్. నౌ విల్ గో ఇన్ టు అవర్ మెయిన్ థింగ్. లెట్స్ స్టార్ట్. నమో విష్ణు పదాయ కృష్ణ పృష్ఠాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే భక్తి వేదాంత స్వామినితి నామినే నమస్తే సరస్వతే దేవే గౌరవాణి ప్రచారిణే నిర్విశేష శూన్యవాది పాశ్చాత్య దేశతారిణే జయ శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభో నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత గదాధార శ్రీవాసాది గౌర భక్త బృంద. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. ఈ ప్రేయర్ విల్ ట్రై టు ఫాలో. ఇస్ ఇట్ నాట్ క్లియర్? ముందు ఉన్నారు కదా, వై డోంట్ యు కమ్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్రంట్, ఇట్ విల్ బి క్లియర్. ఓం అజ్ఞానతిమిరాంధస్య ఓం అజ్ఞానతిమిరాంధస్య జ్ఞానాంజనశలాకయా చక్షురున్మీలితం యేన తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. శ్రీచైతన్యమనోభీష్టం స్థాపితం యేన భూతలే స్వయం రూపా కదా మహ్యం దదాంతి స్వాపదాంతికం. వందేహం శ్రీగురో శ్రీయుతాపదకమలం శ్రీగురుం వైష్ణవాం చ శ్రీరూపం సాగ్రజాతం సహగణ రఘునాథాన్వితం తం సజీవం సాద్వైతం సావధూతం పరిజనా సహితం కృష్ణ చైతన్య దేవం శ్రీ రాధా కృష్ణ పాదాన్ సహగణ లలితా శ్రీ విశాఖాన్వితాంశ్చ. హే కృష్ణ కరుణా సింధో దీనబంధో జగత్పతే గోపేశ గోపికా కాంత రాధాకాంత నమోస్తుతే. తప్త కాంచన గౌరాంగీ రాధే వృందావనేశ్వరి వృషభానుసుతే దేవి ప్రణమామి హరిప్రియే. వాంఛాకల్పతరుభ్యశ్చ కృపా సింధుభ్య ఏవ చ పతితానాం పావనేభ్యో వైష్ణవేభ్యో నమో నమః. జై శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభో నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత గదాధార శ్రీవాసాది గౌర భక్త బృంద. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. ఈ ప్రేయర్స్ మనం లాస్ట్ 1 వీక్ అంతా నేను గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టాను. ఎవ్రీడే 1 ప్రేయర్ మనం నేర్చుకుందామని. ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఎవ్రీబడి టు స్టార్ట్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్. ఇట్ జస్ట్ టేక్స్ 2 minutes. దానికి కొంచెం జస్ట్ యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు బై హార్ట్. ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ బై హార్ట్ గుడ్, బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ కెనాట్ బై హార్ట్ అట్లీస్ట్ read that and record and send, so that will be good. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu నిత్యం భాగవత సేవయా. भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवतिर्नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेमा प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गोब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे। चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। There is a very nice song written by Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura. This song is all about glorifying Radha and Krishna. I'll try to sing, please follow. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yuga Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishora Yugala Kishora Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishora जीवने मराणे गति अरुणाहि मोरा जीवने मराणे गति अरुणाहि मोरा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा. I request everybody to sing. Don't worry about voice. Whatever voice Krishna has given, let us use it for Krishna. We are not trying to please anybody here. We are not looking for an appreciation that it's a great song. We are singing for Krishna. कालिंदीर कूले केली कदंबे रवाना कालिंदीर कूले केली कदंबे रवाना रतना भेदीरा उपा बोसबोदु जाना रतना भेदीरा उपा बोसबोदु जाना राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा श्यामा गौरी अंगे दीबो चंदनेर गंधा श्यामा गौरी अंगे दीबो चंदनेर गंधा चामरादुलाबो कभे हेरी मूक चंद्रा चामरादुलाबो काबे हेरी मूक चंद्रा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा गतियामला तिलमाला दिबो दोहार गाले गतियामला तिलमाला दिबो दोहार गाले अधरे तुलिया दिबो कर्पूरा तंबूले अधरे तुलिया दिबो कर्पूरा तांबूले राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा ललिता विशाखादि जट सखी वृंदा ललिता विशाखादि जट सखी वृंदा अज्ञाया कोरीबो सेवा चरणारविंदा अज्ञाया कोरीबो सेवा चरणारविंदा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासेरानुदासा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासेरानुदासा सेवाभिलाषा कोरे नरोत्तमदासा सेवाभिलाषा कोरे नरोत्तमदासा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा युगला किशोरा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining once again. participating in the bhajan. See, when we are reading any theory book, subject book, or we are reading a novel or science book or something, it is all about our logic and comprehension. How do we understand? But spiritual books are not only dependent upon our intelligence, they are dependent on blessing. Otherwise, we will not understand. Hare Krishna. Please come. Hare Krishna Manasa Mataji, I am so touched. You traveled from 8:30 and came all the way here from Sainikpuri. Thank you so much for showing the seriousness and sincerity and traveling all the way here, 2 hours to come here and again 2 hours to go back. I have to learn sincerity from you. Thank you so much. లేదమ్మా ఈ బిల్డింగ్ లో ఉండి 5 నిమిషాలు రావడానికి ఎంతో బాధపడుతున్నారు. మీరు 2 గంటల జర్నీ చేసి వచ్చారు. సో అందుకని నాకు చాలా మనసుకి చాలా ఆనందం అనిపించింది. As I was just telling that normal books can be understood by your own logic, comprehension, analytical skills. But spiritual books like Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, Srimad Bhagavatam can be understood by our logic and all, plus blessing of Krishna. Without blessing, we cannot understand. That is why when we start reading any scriptural books, we do offer prayers. When we open a science book or a technology book, we don't offer prayers. We straight away open and start reading. Whereas these books, we have to start with a prayer, then we get a blessing. We pray Acharyas, then we pray Krishna, Radha Krishna, and then finally we start continuing in that direction. Hare Krishna, can you see the screen? Hare Krishna, who are online, can you see the screen?
No, we cannot see, sir.
Okay.
We are unable to see. It is muted.
1 second. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, yes. We can hear your voice, but
Okay.
yeah, now we are able to see the video also.
Yeah, okay. Can you see the screen now? Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Mahamantra greatness.
Yeah. We can see now.
Thank you. So I will close this one. I will also hide the video controls. Okay. Okay. So before understanding Hare Krishna Mahamantra, why that's not come up. Can you start? Pavan? Okay. Where? So before understanding about Krishna, Hare Krishna mantra, why we should chant and all, let us try to understand a little bit about our mind. If we understand about our mind, then we'll be able to work on it or guide it in a certain way. So I will share with you some very, very mind-blowing statements coming from scientist research. No. Somebody, can you go on mute, please? Whoever is online, continuous noise or mute, one of you. Yeah, I will do that one. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, done. It's done. Okay. Do you know how many thoughts we get in each day? Can you take a guess? Infinity. అందులో ఎన్ని పనికొచ్చే థాట్స్ ఉంటాయి? 5%, 10%, 1. సో బిహేవియరల్ సైంటిస్ట్, హార్వర్డ్ సైంటిస్ట్ వాళ్ళు కనుక్కుంది ఏంటంటే 77% ఆఫ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ వి థింక్ ఇస్ నెగటివ్. పొద్దున్న లేచింది ఇది అవ్వదు, నా వల్ల కాదు, నేను చేయలేను, ఇవాళ సెషన్ అటెండ్ అవ్వడానికి నాకు కుదరదు, ఏదో ఒకటి మన మైండ్ ఈస్ బేసికలీ లైక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ అవే ఫ్రమ్ అవర్ రియల్ ప్రయారిటీస్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. దాని పక్కకి లాగేస్తుంది మన మైండ్. 77% ఈస్ ఆల్ నెగటివ్ థింకింగ్. కుదరదు, నా వల్ల కాదు, చేయలేను, దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్. నెక్స్ట్, I asked this question. Sorry, screen is not coming. Let me share again. Yeah, you can able to see now. Okay. So on an average, we get 60,000 thoughts each day. 60,000 thoughts. I don't know who measured one by one, but scientists have proved that we get on average 60,000 thoughts. And many of them are unnecessary thoughts, not so useful. And another interesting fact is 95% of these are the same thoughts what we got yesterday. Out of 60,000, 95% are same thoughts what we got yesterday, same thoughts what we got day before yesterday, last week, 1 month before. That means పొద్దున్న లేచిన దగ్గర నుంచి సేమ్ తిరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి. మేబీ 5% కొత్తది మారుతూ ఉంటుంది, 95% అవే తిరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. మా మైండ్ ఈస్ సో ఆక్యుపైడ్ విత్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్. అండ్ ఇవాళ డాక్టర్ గారు ఈ డాక్టర్ గారు ఉన్నారు. సో మెడికల్ రీసెర్చర్స్ హ్యావ్ సెడ్ దట్ 75% ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ది ఇల్నెసెస్ ఆర్ సెల్ఫ్ ఇండ్యూస్డ్. మనకు వచ్చే సమస్యల్లో కర్మానుసారే వచ్చేవి కొన్ని ఉంటాయి, బట్ మన స్వయంకృత అపరాధం మన బ్రెయిన్ ద్వారా చేసుకునే 75%. యాంగ్జైటీ, డిప్రెషన్, ఓవర్ థింకింగ్, ఇలాంటి ఆలోచనలన్నీ కంపేర్ చేసుకోవడానికి, వేరే వాళ్ళతో కంపేర్ చేసుకొని బాధపడతాం, ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ మన మైండ్ ద్వారా క్రియేట్ అయ్యే సమస్యలు. భగవంతుడు ఇచ్చిన సమస్యలు మనం ఏం చేయలేం, అది మన కర్మానుసారే మనం అనుభవించాలి. బట్ అట్లీస్ట్ మన మైండ్లో మనం స్వయంకృతాపరాధం చేసుకునే సమస్యలు, గొడవలు, what is that we can do about it? Can we reduce this? What we need to think. Now the question comes is mind our friend or enemy? Last 5 minutes మనం మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. We said that mind is all negative. It is not allowing us to move forward. 75% thoughts are waste. So now is mind our friend or enemy? Friend. We are making it as an enemy. So is the knife good or bad? Perfect. It's good. Yeah. So we cannot just say whether knife is good or bad, right? It's basically, if it is in doctor's hand, it is safe. If it is doctor's hands, it's safe. They are giving us life. But if it is in the hands of somebody who is angry with us or who is drunkard, kinds of things, we don't know how we will use the knife. That means it will become life-threatening. So we cannot say knife ela aithe, we cannot say whether it's good or bad without knowing how it is used. Like Srinivas garu, what you said is right. In a similar way, our mind is also, if it is used positively, it is friend. If it is used negatively, it is our enemy. So it depends upon how we use it. Again, we discussed some time back that throughout our life, we are always busy with our, from LKG to PhD on everything else. We never discussed, like schools never teach Bhagavad Gita and important things. Similar way, we never spend time to understand our own mind. We are so busy running. We never spend time to understand what is going on in our mind. Whatever is going, is it right or wrong? Is there an opportunity to change? A lot of people say that one. I think I cannot just change my mind. So uncontrolled mind leads to so many problems: lack of trust, stress, depression, no determination, diseases. All kinds of problems are coming because of mind. This is very, very important to understand the negative effects of the mind so that we start thinking, how do we control our mind? Now, let me ask a question. Is mind controlling us or are we controlling the mind? Mind is controlling us. Okay, anybody online? Any specific thoughts you have? Are you controlling the mind or is mind controlling you? Please mute, speak and then unmute. Yeah. Who is controlling? Who is in a better position?
Mind is controlling.
Mind is controlling us. Okay. So spirituality is all about we kind to control the mind. All material books is talking about mind controlling us. Spiritual books are talking about mind, we controlling the mind. This whole process is to control the mind. Today we are dictated by mind. We don't separate, we don't see ourselves different to our mind. Na mind em chepte nenu adi. But na mind veru, nenu veru. Na mind ki idi kavali. But నాకు adi, for example, mind says I want this one. But intelligence says this is not correct for you. But a knife undi. Knife toti పొడిచి నేను డబ్బులు లాక్కుంటాను. మైండ్ చెప్పింది తీసుకో, డబ్బులు తీసుకో, పర్వాలేదు, ఏం అవ్వలేదు, పొడిచి డబ్బులు తీసుకో, ఏం పర్లేదని. మైండ్ కావాలి, దానికి విచక్షణ ఉండదు మైండ్కి. బట్ దెన్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ is sitting on the top, which is having the vichakshana, which is telling you what is right, what is wrong. If the intelligence is controlling the mind, then we are in a better situation. all of us who do mistakes is basically we are uncontrolled by our mind. That's why we are trying to understand the mind before we talk about this one. I think it's going to take again 1 minute to come. So today, what is the definition of mind? Can anybody tell what is the definition of mind? Alochana parampara. Okay. Mind definition ఏంటంటే scientist ప్రకారం it is a storehouse of thoughts. మీరు చెప్పింది టన్స్ అండ్ టన్స్ ఆఫ్ థాట్స్ అని ఈ చిన్న మైండ్ లో ఉన్నాయి. ఇంత కూడా కాదు, లోపల ఎంత ఉంది కదండి. సో ఈ మైండ్ లో దేర్ ఆర్ టన్స్ అండ్ టన్స్ ఆఫ్ థాట్స్. నెంబర్ 1, అన్ఫుల్ఫిల్డ్ డిజైర్స్, తీరని కోరికలు. ఈ జన్మవా కాదు, అనేక జన్మల నుంచి వస్తున్న తీరని కోరికలు. సో అన్ఫుల్ఫిల్డ్ డిజైర్స్ కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ సో మెనీ లైఫ్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో సిట్టింగ్ ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్ అండ్ సో మెనీ ప్రీవియస్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డార్క్ లోకి వెళ్తే మనకి భయం అన్నది ఎలా తెలిసింది? ఇంతకుముందు ఎప్పుడో డార్క్ లోకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మనం భయపడ్డాం. Now our mind is telling next time we wanted to go into dark, it's telling be cautious, switch on the light and then go, because there is darkness, there is anxiety, there is ambiguity, right? So many previous experiences. Today our behavior, majority of our behavior is based on our past experiences. That's why they say a lot, especially for children. I mean, we are also like that, but especially for children in a school. I mean, even we see like small children, like 2nd class, 3rd class children also behave very, very, very differently. Because of their experiences, what they see in their house. Same problem, all of us approach it very differently, right? As individuals, we approach the same problem differently. Some of us can face the problem courageously. Some of us get worried so much, or annoyed. Some people will say, okay, let us face it and we'll see. So we are all different people based on our past experiences, and not only current experiences, experiences coming from previous lives. We'll understand more about it in the death session, about reincarnation, how past life experiences are impacting our decisions now. We'll understand that in 2 sessions from now. So senses, our senses, like 5 senses, eyes, nose, tongue, ear, skin, they're all capturing things. Eyes is continuously capturing so many pictures every day, and all the pictures, I'm 51 now, so all the pictures from last 51 years are stored in this brain, right? So with that pictures, nose, so many things, smells are there, tongue, so many tastes are there. So many tastes. So I am a victim of the tongue. I want to eat a lot of sweets. I have this bad problem. Ears. So many things we hear. Good or bad, whatever. Good music, bad music, rumors, all kinds of things. Skin. All these things we are traveling in a car. We see a big board of a new movie there. Or saree sale. Something we see, our mind is diverted. Immediately our mind says, today we need to go there, because we saw that one and our mind is getting influenced. I'm just taking an example which will connect to all of you, especially Matajis. So our intelligence is the decision maker. If intelligence is the decision maker, we are in a good control. If the mind is becoming the decision maker, we just dragged by mind. Whatever mind says, we keep going without any thinking. So this whole process of spirituality, mantra, meditation, different. Now, if you go out in Google, how to control mind, there will be 1 million techniques will come into the picture. All of them are trying to talk about how do we control and make the intelligence. So, Srimad Bhagavatam says, human body is compared to a chariot. Horses are like 5 senses. Horses are like 5 senses. They're running. They're running in different direction. Tongue wants something. Ears want something. Eyes want something. They're continuously running. Next, mind is the kalla. What is that? Mind is that one which is controlling. So, but the main person who is acting is the intelligence. And is the soul sitting in the chariot. That white color, the soul is sitting in the chariot. Now, if the intelligence is not in control, this is what is going to happen. 5 గుర్రాలు ఎటు పడితే అటు పోతాయి. ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ కంట్రోల్ ఎందుకంటే మైండ్ ఇది కనబడితే ఇటు పరిగెడతా, అటు పరిగెడితే ఇటు పరిగెడతా, మైండ్ లాగుతానే పరిగెడతానే ఉంటుంది. ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ పెట్టుకొని కంట్రోల్ చేసి లాగి ఎక్కడ ఒక కార్ లో, ఐ మీన్, ఐ డోంట్ నో ఇఫ్ ఐ ఆస్క్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్, ఇన్ అ కార్ ఈజ్ యాక్సలరేటర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆర్ స్పీడ్ బ్రేక్ is important? Brake is important. How many of you feel accelerator is important?
Accelerator.
Accelerator. I'll say both. Why? Let me explain. If you don't have a brake, there is no use of accelerator. Because you know that you have a brake, you can even go at 130 kilometers per hour, because suddenly something happens, you can stop. If there is no accelerator and if only brake is there, you are where you are only. You cannot even move forward. So that's why in life, accelerator and brake both are important. So this is what it's basically telling. Now our mind, last many years, so many things have going into the mind. And our today's decisions, actions, they're all based on past experiences kind of things. Now, how do we change that one? And how is our mind got built? The kind of books we are reading, the kind of movies we see, the kind of music we listen, and the kinds of friends we keep. These are the 4 factors will determine our mind. I mean, there is an English expression, no? If I want to know a person, bring your 4-5 friends, I will tell you who you are. మీ 4-5 ఫ్రెండ్స్ నేను స్టడీ చేస్తే మీ పర్సనాలిటీ ఏంటో నేను చెప్పగలను, బికాస్ దట్ ఈస్ ద అసోసియేషన్. వాళ్ళతో తిరిగితే, ఎవరితో తిరిగితే అటువంటి ఆలోచనలు మనకి ఏర్పడుతూ ఉంటాయి. దో వీ క్యారీ అవర్ ఓన్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్, బట్ టు అ లార్జ్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ వీ గెట్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్, రైట్? సో బుక్స్, ఇఫ్ యూ రీడ్, అగైన్ books can be classified into sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Food can be classified into sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Next week's session is that one, we'll talk about it. Music also again that one. సో ఎలాంటి బుక్స్ చదివితే మన మైండ్ అట్లా మారుతూ ఉంటుంది. హారర్ బుక్స్, థ్రిల్లర్ బుక్స్ నాన్ స్టాప్ గా అదే చదువుతూ ఉంటే దట్స్ వాట్ ఈస్ గోనా హ్యాపెన్. నౌ అవర్ యంగ్ పీపుల్, దే డోంట్ ట్రస్ట్ ఎనీబడి. we trust more. Our parents' generation were trusting more and more people, but our younger generation don't trust people. What fundamental reason is, of course things have changed, but fundamental reasons are the kinds of books and movies they are seeing. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తెలుగు సీరియల్స్, సూపర్ ఫేమస్ తెలుగు సీరియల్స్. తెలుగు సీరియల్స్లో ఏం చూపిస్తారండి? అత్తగారు ఒక దెయ్యం, ఆడబడుచు ఒక రాక్షసి. దట్స్ హౌ దే షో ఇట్. సో నవ్ ఎ గర్ల్ హూ వాంట్స్ టు గెట్ మ్యారీడ్, షీఈస్ వరీడ్ because she's been watching serial with her mother. She is now worried that if I go to my in-laws house, I will see one rakshasi and one dayyan there, so I don't want to get married, or I want a separate family, because that's what they are showing in the TV non-stop. So their perception becomes like that one. But I don't think many have this kind of a perception before, but now it is changing because of serials, because of movies. Non-stop you are watching thriller movies, non-stop crime movies. Suddenly it will influence our mind. So that's why anybody who is serious in spirituality, Shastras recommend that we should cut down them. మొదలెట్టడి ఒక్కొక్కటి కట్ చేయమంటే మొదలెట్టాడు, 4 వారాలు అయింది మొదలెట్టాడు అని అనుకుంటున్నారా? సో Shastras say that one, we should, let's say if one of us are addicted to watching horror movies, we should start reducing. We cannot make it 0. We should start reducing. If we are used to reading negative books, we should start reducing. So then that will help us to this one, go in this way. So we all behave in a certain way. For example, I have a habit of getting up late. Now I am trying to get up early. I am working hard to get up early, because last many years I have this kind of a habit. Now I am trying to correct that one. Similarly, each one of us, when we are trying to move forward in a spiritual path, we want to correct ourselves. So important things are discrimination. First of all, what is right, what is wrong? Who is telling? Shastra is telling. Bhagavad Gita is telling what is right, what is wrong. Once we start understanding Bhagavad Gita, we'll start applying in our life. రేపొద్దున ఒక సర్కమ్స్టెన్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు భగవద్గీత తెలుసుకొని బిహేవ్ చేసిన దానికి, భగవద్గీత తెలుసుకోక బిహేవ్ చేసిన దానికి తేడా ఉంటుంది. భగవద్గీత తెలిసాక ఫస్ట్ మైండ్ ఏం చెప్తుందంటే ఇది చేయటం తప్పు అని చెప్తుంది, బట్ పాత అలవాట్ల ప్రకారం స్టిల్ లాగేస్తూ ఉంటుంది ఆ తప్పు చేయాలని. కొన్నాళ్ళయ్యాక సాధన ఎక్కువ చేయగలిగితే వీల్ బీ ఇన్ అ పొజిషన్ టు కంట్రోల్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ విల్ టేక్ ఇన్ టు ద డ్రైవింగ్ సీట్. ప్రస్తుతం ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ టేకింగ్ జనరలైజింగ్, సమ్ ఆఫ్ యూ మైట్ బి మిలియన్ టైమ్స్ బెటర్ దాన్ మీ, బట్ many right now mind is in the driving seat. We are working towards taking the mind out of the driving seat and putting the intelligence in the mind driving seat. బుద్ధిని తీసుకెళ్లి డ్రైవింగ్ సీట్ లో పెడతానికి మనం ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాం. సో వాట్ ఈస్ రైట్ అనేది శాస్త్రం చెప్తుంది. అసలు శాస్త్రమే చదవకపోతే వాట్ ఈస్ రైట్, వాట్ ఈస్ రాంగ్ మనకు తెలియదు. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఈస్ రైట్, వాట్ ఈస్ రాంగ్ తెలిసినా choose the right. We should have an ability to choose the right. లేకపోతే మన మైండ్ ఇంకా నెగిటివ్ మీదకే లాగుతూ ఉంటుంది. My mind still says get up at 8 o'clock, it's okay. But Shastra is telling get up early. I'm struggling to get up early. I'm struggling slowly. I'm trying to work out on that one. Then comes disciplined practice. We all know about it, especially పెద్దవాళ్ళకి చాలా తెలుస్తుంది. Until unless there is a repeated disciplined practice, we will not come to the whatever practice we wanted. Day by day, month after month, years after years, ఆ సాధన, ఆ ప్రాక్టీస్, ఇట్ కుడ్ బి ఎనీథింగ్. దేవుడిదనే కాదు, ఇట్ కుడ్ బి ఎనీథింగ్. రన్నింగ్ చేసే వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు. I see many people 5 o'clock they get up and run in the green grass. Right? They have so much of this one. Some people get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock and go to basketball coaching. 1 hour journey just basketball coaching keltar. So thank you for coming, Jyotigar. So like this, anything if we wanted to achieve success, we need disciplined practice. Now we are going into the main topic, which is, now we discussed till now that mind is not in our control. As of now, mind is in the driving seat. We want to get intelligence into the driving seat. Now you'll ask you a question, what is the solution? How do we get the intelligence into driving seat? How do we do the mind control? My mind is not listening to me. It's always dragging, going in different directions. How do we do? So Shastra says, there are many techniques, but the most best technique is mantra. Some people say we can do meditation. I agree. You can do meditation on something. Some people will do different kind of meditation. That meditation will calm your mind. I agree. But it will not put the intelligence in driving seat. Meditation will do only part of it. But mantra will calm your mind. At the same time, it will help you to put the intelligence in driving seat. Inkokati mano, when we started the session, we discussed Bhagavad Gita lo, that Bhagavad Gita cannot be understood by normal logic. ఇప్పుడు నేను బుక్ తీసుకొని తిప్పుతూ ఉంటే కొంతవరకు అర్థం అవుతుంది. బట్ నేను కొన్నాళ్ళు మంత్ర చేశాక అదే భగవద్గీత చదివితే అదే పేజ్ I will understand it differently. Same page, same message, I will understand differently if after for some months of mantra meditation I do, my understanding will go much more deeper. అంటే I can even implement it. అంటే ఆచరణాత్మకంగా అవుతుంది అనమాట, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ లర్న్. సో ఇందాక అడిగాను కదా, మైండ్ ఇస్ ఎ ఫ్రెండ్ ఆర్ ఎనిమీ. భగవద్గీత has answer 6.6. When I know this one, I was shocked. Everything is there in Gita. I never studied it. So bandhuratmanastasya enatma vaivatmana jita anatmanastu sartrutve vartetatmaiva shatruvat. Who has conquered his mind, the mind is the best friend. One who has not conquered his mind, it is the greatest enemy. So Krishna is giving answer. It is Bhagavad Gita has answers for every problem. So mind is friend or enemy? 6.6. If you have controlled your mind, it is your friend. If you have not controlled, that is the biggest enemy. Actually, Acharya Paramparalo ఒక ఆయన ఉన్నారు, భక్తి సిద్ధాంత సరస్వతి ఠాకూర్ అని, who is a guru of Srila Prabhupada. He used to tell that one, పొద్దున్న లెగవగానే చెప్పుతోటి మైండ్ ఒక 50 సార్లు కొట్టి పడుకునే ముందు మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి 50 సార్లు కొట్టి పడుకోవాలంటారు ఆయన. ఎందుకంటే our mind is so like that, it is not allowing us to progress in the right direction. సో పొద్దున్న దాన్ని కొట్టాలన్నమాట. నా మాట విను అని కొడితే అది లైన్లోకి వస్తుందంట. సో నౌ ఈజ్ మైండ్ కంట్రోల్ వెరీ ఈజీ? Is it easy or difficult? For me, it's very difficult. Difficult. So Arjuna is telling Krishna, when Krishna was explaining, first he explains karma yoga, then he explains jnana yoga, then he explains ashtanga yoga. We will understand it in future. Some of you might know it, but Krishna is explained step by step to Arjuna. So once he explains ashtanga yoga cheptunappudu, he talks about how to sit straight, dhyanam cheyali, ivanta when Krishna cheptunappudu, Arjuna says in 634, oh Krishna, I can control the entire universe but not my mind. నా గాంధీవం తీసుకొని హోల్ యూనివర్స్ నేను జయించగలను, కంట్రోల్ చేయగలను, నా మైండ్ నేను కంట్రోల్ చేయగలను. దట్స్ వాట్ ఇన్ 634 అర్జున ఇస్ టెల్లింగ్. అర్జునుడే ఐ కెనాట్ కంట్రోల్ మై మైండ్ అంటే మనం ఎవరమండి? ఇఫ్ వి సే దట్ నో ఐ కంట్రోల్ మై మైండ్ అంటే మనం అయితే అమాయకులు అయి ఉండాలి, లేకపోతే అతి తెలివైన అయి ఉండాలి. దట్స్ వాట్ నీడ్స్ టు హ్యాపెన్. In 635, Lord Krishna says, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the mindless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So how to control the mind? First Arjuna is saying that it is first Krishna is saying first step is If you control your mind, it is your friend. And until mind becomes friend, we cannot proceed. If the mind is not cooperating, for example, if mind is not cooperating, it is very difficult to come to this session because there are 100 distractions, cricket going on, so many things going on, but we are still trying to come here. So we are trying to control the mind, tell this is important for me. After some time, it will start accepting. So that was the first case. Then Arjuna replied saying that, Krishna, what you said is right. If I control the mind, it will become a friend, but I can control the whole universe, but not the mind, because my mind is so restless. Then Krishna said, I agree with you. Krishna is accepting, I agree with you, but the solution is possible by suitable practice and detachment. Suitable practice, sadhana. ఇందాక మనం అనుకున్నాక డిసిప్లిన్ ప్రాక్టీస్, డే ఆఫ్టర్ డే, మంత్ ఆఫ్టర్ మంత్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ద్వారా అవుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ డిటాచ్మెంట్. డిటాచ్మెంట్ ఏంటంటే సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ అండర్స్టాండింగ్, ఇది అవసరమా లేదా, డిస్క్రిమినేషన్, ఇది నాకు ఏ విధంగా పనికొస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మై ఫాదర్ ఇస్ నౌ 85 years old. ఇఫ్ ఐ గో అండ్ సిట్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ హిమ్, నాన్నగారు లాటరీలో ₹1,00,000 తగిలిందండి అన్నాను అనుకో, ఆయన ఏమంటారు? ఏం ఎక్సైట్మెంట్ ఉండదు. వాట్ ఈస్ దేర్? ఈ వయసులో ₹1,00,000 ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎక్సైటింగ్ టు హిమ్ ఫర్ హిమ్. అవునా అంటారు. బట్ మనకెవరో చెప్పారనుకోండి, ఎగిరికి అంతేసి ఇక్కడి నుంచి సెషన్ నుంచి పరిగెట్టుకెళ్ళి ఫస్ట్ మనీ కలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవడానికి పరిగెడతామని. సో కొన్ని ఏజ్ తోటి వస్తాయి, కొన్ని మన ప్రాక్టీస్ తోటి సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ డిటాచ్మెంట్, ఇది మనకు అవసరమా లేదా, ఇది ఏ విధంగా మనకి హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ అనలైజింగ్. ఇఫ్ వి బికమ్ సీరియస్ ఇన్ స్పిరిచువల్ పాత్, ఎవ్రీ డే వి స్టార్ట్ అప్లైయింగ్ దిస్ డిస్క్రిమినేషన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్. వాట్ ఆమ్ ఐ డూయింగ్ నౌ? ఈజ్ ఇట్ హెల్పింగ్ మీ టు ప్రోగ్రెస్ ఇన్ మై స్పిరిచువల్ పాత్ ఆర్ నాట్? So Krishna is saying that today, let's say you're doing 100 things, you are becoming serious in spiritual path. We have to apply the discrimination. Is it helping me or not? Anything which is not helping, we should start stopping the activity, reducing that activity, stopping that activity, step by step, step by step. Then the detachment will develop. So with proper sadhana and detachment, we will reach a stage of mind control. How long will it take? I can't explain. ఒక పొయ్యి మీద ఒక గిన్నె పెట్టి 3 గంటలు మర్చిపోయాం అనుకోండి, అది ఎంత మాడిపోతుంది? ఇట్ విల్ బికమ్ డెడ్ బ్లాక్. దాన్ని వాష్ చేయడానికి ఎంతసేపు పడుతుంది? ఒక రౌండ్లో అవుతుందా? మేబీ రోజులు పట్టచ్చు, కొన్ని రోజులు. సో శాస్త్ర కంపేర్స్, శ్రీల ప్రభుపాద సేస్, దే కంపేర్స్ అవర్ మైండ్ విత్ దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ థింగ్. ఎంత డర్ట్ ఉందో మనకి తెలియదు. There is an external purification and internal purification. External purification is Lux soap. Every day we take nice bath, all kinds of special oils, all kinds of soap, all these things, beauty products. That is all external beauty. Internal cleansing. What is the process to clean the heart? Mantra meditation. We are all focusing right now on external purification, but we also need to start focus on internal purification. The internal purification is possible by mantra meditation. That mantra meditation will start cleaning that vessel which has been on the stove for 4 hours. It has become dead black. Maybe first, you are all better experts than me. First you have to put it in some lemon water, wait for 2 hours, then take it out, do 1 wash, then again wait, do 1 wash. Maybe after 2-3 washes, 5 washes, 7 washes, it will become all right. Similarly, clothes also. So there is no one answer. So whether it's going to take 1 wash or 100 washes or 1,000,000 washes, I don't know. Krishna knows. He's sitting inside. He only knows. Beta, you need 1,00,000 washes. Please start from today. So based on number of washes, because this dirt is not coming from one life, it is coming from so many lives. Our desires are coming from so many lives. Just see a small child, పుట్టంగానే చిన్న పిల్లలకు 3rd class, 2nd class పిల్లలు కూడా నాకు అది కావాలి, ఇది కావాలని అడుగుతూ ఉంటారు. Some kids are very greedy. Why is that? Whereas some other kids are complacent. They don't want, నాకు అది కావాలి, ఇది కావాలని అడగరు. ఎందుకు? They are bringing from their previous lives. So జన్మకి కారణం కోరిక, కర్మ. The reason for birth is korika, karma. Our desires and our karma. Whatever actions we did to suffer the results or to enjoy the results, we are taking birth. So if somebody says without controlling the mind, I am progressing spiritually, I am attending that classes, these classes, that's enough for me, and ankunte, it's an illusion. Apoha. Now, is mantra meditation is everywhere? All religions are talking about mantra meditation. You might have seen Christians doing. some rosary antar. Christians also do mantra. You have seen some Muslims also, they keep doing. They have a small chanting bead which has got 33 only beads. Whereas Hindus, we have 108 beads. Whichever mantra you do, we have today 108 beads. So all religion processes are talking about the importance of chanting and the importance of saying the name of the God. Chanting not, na per men cheppukunte kaadu. I have to say the name of the God. Appude it will work. So now we'll try to understand. There are 4 yugas, right? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. And we are right now in Kali Yuga. I think we discussed. Do you know how many years are there in Kali Yuga? 5,32,000 years. 5,32,000 years. ఇప్పటికి ఎన్ని అయినాయి? 5,125 years. 1%? 1% కూడా కాదు. 1%. 5,125,000 years అయినాయి ఇప్పటికి. So each యుగాలో there is a different focus on self-realization. Satya Yuga is 17,28,000 years. 17,28,000 సంవత్సరాలు is Satya Yuga. Average lifespan is 100,000 years. Satya Yuga లక్ష సంవత్సరాలు బతికేవారు. And height is 32 feet. Average height is 32 feet. ఈ 3 ఫ్లోర్లు కలపాలి. Okay. So majority of the people are in Sattvaguda in that yoga. Majority are good people. 90% are like good people. And the process of self-realization is meditation on Vishnu. Aa yuganlo, if you focus on Vishnu, you meditate on Vishnu, you are achieving the final goal. You are going to the Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavana. That is the process for Satya Yuga. Each yuga has got one better process. Treta Yuga, 12,96,000 years. Average lifespan is 10,000 years. Average height is 21 feet. So, good quality slowly, dharma 4 పాదాలు ఉంది మనం అనుకుంటాం కదా, ఇప్పుడు కలియుగంలో ఒక పాదం మీద ఉంది. So, one by one are coming down. The process of self-realization in Treta Yuga is yajnas, sacrifices. రకరకాల యజ్ఞాలు చేస్తే God is pleased. That was the best method there. Dwapara Yuga, 8,64,000 years. And average lifespan is 1,000 years. You know what was Krishna's age when Mahabharata war was happening? 125 years. Krishna's physical age, because of course Krishna's age is millions and millions and billions of years. It's very difficult because Adyanta Rahita is not born. So very difficult to tell the age for a person who is not born. But when he appeared in the Dwapara Yuga, and when he took like a physical body, he was roaming around among all of us like a normal person. At that time, 125 years was his age when the Mahabharata happened. So average height came to 11 feet, from 31 feet to 21 feet to 11 feet. We'll see about Kali Yuga in next 30 seconds. And the best way of self-realization is worship of deities. Vigraharadhana. Vigraharadhana, it's very, very high standards. మనం ఇప్పుడు చేసే విగ్రహారాధన is nothing. విగ్రహారాధన అసలు ఎలా చేయాలన్నది, there is a book called Narada Pancharatra. Narada Pancharatra is a book where Narada explains how to worship Vishnu step by step. ఆయన ఎలా మేలుకొల్పాలి, షోడశోపచార పూజ, ఉద్వాసన, everything is very explained in a very detailed by Narada. Who can explain about God? Only a devotee can explain about God. Naradana minchi evaruన్నారు devotee. So he explained how to worship Lord Vishnu in a very detailed fashion. So that's called Narada Pancharatra. So that is one. Now coming to our favorite yoga. I said 5,30,000. I'm sorry, 4,32,000. I'm very sorry. 4,32,000 years. And average lifespan is 100. That also keeps coming down. And average height is 5.2. Bhavishya Purana. Bhavishya Purana. Among the 18 Puranas, there is one Bhavishya Purana. Hare Krishna Mataji. And also in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12 talks about the future. Last week in scriptures, we discussed about what is the Bhagavatam's predictions of the future Kali Yuga. Because Bhagavatam was spoken 5,000 years back. So they were talking about what is the prediction. The prediction, people, majority, by the end of Kali Yuga, maximum life becomes 25 years. And people will be like Lilliputs. Chinnappudu manam chadukunnallam kada Lilliputs. They'll become like that one. And Majority we are in Tamoguna. Majority by the end it will be in Tamoguna. Srimad Bhagavatam says that in 4,32,000, after some years, maybe after 20,000 years, 30,000 years, అసలు ఇంకా దేవుణ్ణి ఎవరు నమ్మరు, ఎవరు పూజించను కూడా పూజించరు. It becomes like దేవుడు అని పేరెత్తే కొడతారు after some 20,000 years, 30,000 years. So we are going to reach that stage. And the best method to reach God in this yuga is Sankirtana, the chanting of the holy names of the God. That's why in Kali Yuga, mantra meditation is considered as highest. You might ask something, ఏమండి నేను ఇప్పుడు యజ్ఞాలు చేయకూడదా? You can do yajnas. But today, the Brahmanas are also not so qualified to be able to do the yajnas so properly as per how it is defined in Shastras. And you are not in a position to do the deity worship as properly described as Narada. But the easiest path, all of us are so busy in our life, right? From morning till night, we are running around with children, offices, multiple demands and kind of things. Can we sit and do every month one yajna, which will take 8-9 hours, get pujaris, spend 1 lakhs of rupees? But Sankirtana, chanting the name of the God, can you do anywhere? Very simple. Most simplest method. Srimad Bhagavatam 12th canto, which is talking about, what's your question, Srinivaskar? Yes. They also have an idea. Yes. Yeah. Actually, I will clarify that one. See, this is a cycle. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. This 4 set is called one Chatur Yuga or one Yuga cycle. Once the Kali Yuga is over, again Satya Yuga starts. This cycle keeps continuing like this kind of a thing. So, for example, we might think that in Kali Yuga, in this 2020 or 23, we have invented this so and so great technology. These were already invented in the previous Kali Yugas. People have forgotten, life continued again, we have reached again Kali Yuga. So this cycle continues. So that way, people know about Rama, Krishna also. Even and I'll tell you, what does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? That in every yuga, I will come. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanit bhavati bharata abhyudhanam. Sure. So Krishna said, in every yuga, I will take birth. And whenever dharma goes away, or whenever to claim the people, good people, to take them back to me, and to cut all the negative people or rakshasas kind of a thing, I will take birth in every yuga. That's what Krishna said. So Lord's different forms are in different yuga. In Treta Yuga, Rama form is there. In Dwapara Yuga, Krishna form is there. In the previous yugas, different forms of Krishna or Vishnu are there. Once you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you will understand. And there is a detailed explanation in every yuga. Yuga is defined into different, actually, it's a very complex subject, but I'll tell you broadly, Brahma's life is 100 years. Brahma's life is 100 years. Each day of Brahma has got so many of these Chatur Yugas. Almost like 8.3 billion years is the life of kind of a Brahma. So these yuga cycles keep repeating like that. That many yugas will make, that's why we were discussing last time, when the last 14th session, like in Devaloka, our 1 year is there 1 day. It will keep going like that one. So applying this logic, the life of Brahma is 100 years, which is like billions and billions of years kind of a thing. Any other questions anybody has before we move next step? Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam 12th canto, which is again like Bhavishya Purana talking about the future, says, Kruteya dhyayato Vishnum tretayam yajato makai dvapare paricharyayam kalau tadhari kirtanat. Whatever result was obtained in Satya Yuga by meditation on the Vishnu, whatever result obtained in Treta Yuga by doing sacrifices, yajnas, whatever result obtained by doing lotus feet worship in Dwapara Yuga, The same thing can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Whatever result obtained in previous yugas by doing sacrifices or lotus feet worship, Vigraha Radhana, or meditation on Vishnu can be obtained in this yuga by this one. You have to come to 12th floor. What all ways you have? Lift. Inka? Steps. Inka? Kenakal nunchi తాడేసుకొని ఎక్కొచ్చుగా 12th floor ki? Is it custom, but is it possible? Yeah, you can do that one. So there are different ways to come to 12th floor. But the easiest way is lift and come here. So in Kali Yuga, the easiest way to please God and to achieve is Nama Sankirtana. That is what Shastra, I am not telling. Shastras are telling. Srimad Bhagavatam is telling. Now Padma Purana. One of you may say, I am not convinced what Srimad Bhagavatam is telling. Can you show me more references? I am showing Padma Purana. Dhyayan Kruteya Jan Yagnais Tretayam Dvaparechayam Yadapnoti Tadapnoti Kalau Sankirtya Keshavam. Whatever achieved by meditation in Satya Yuga, by the performance of sacrifice in Treta Yuga, by the worship of Lord Krishna's lotus feet in Dwapara Yuga, can be obtained in the age of Kali simply by glorifying the name of Lord Keshava. Kalau Sankirtya Kesavam. If you say the names of the Vishnu, Krishna, that is enough for this yuga. You are not convinced? You want more proofs? So, we discussed that Kali Yuga has got all kinds of problems, right? Treta Yuga, people were nice people, mode of goodness and all. Kali Yuga, mostly we are in ignorance. There is quarrel, there is hypocrisy, all kinds of problems are there in Kali Yuga. We are seeing Kali Prabhavani, మనం రోజు మాట్లాడుకునేప్పుడు కూడా ఉంటాం కలికాలం అండి. That's what we keep saying. But one good thing about Kali Yuga is Kale Doshanidhe Rajan Astihi Eko Mahan Guna Kirtanad Eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. Kirtanad Eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, again 12th canto, although Kali Yuga, Parikshit Maharaj ki Sukadeva Goswami was telling Parikshit Maharaj, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from the material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Kali Yuga, this is the largest discount offer, Ashada Masam sale. Like that, this is the biggest discount offer in Kali Yuga is, you don't need to sit and do hours and hours of yajnas. You don't need to do all that one. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you can make progress. So, even though Kali Yuga is bad, there is one special discount offer in this Kali Yuga for you to achieve the ultimate perfection, to reach the Goloka Vrindavana. So, Okarojna, Narada has asked Vishnu, Meer ekkaduntaru? Where do you stay? Vishnu's answer, Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hrudayeshu va tatra tishtami narada yatra gayanti madbhakta. Is the sloka clear? Many of us can understand Sanskrit. Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hrudayeshu va tatra tishtami narada yatra gayanti madbhakta. So, I am not in Vaikunta. I am not in the hearts of the yogis who are sitting in Himalayas. I remain where my devotees engage in glorifying my activities. Na bhaktul ekkada na paatlu paadutuntaro akkada nenu untanu. Swayanga Vishnu is telling to Narada. Are we convinced? Anybody still not convinced? Vishnu himself is telling. Put Raja Venkat garu, if he says that one, sir, what is the best way to please you? Naaki ee pani chesthe nenu ento aanandapadipothanu anukondi. Inka I don't need to go and ask. I don't need to ask all of them. He himself is telling, Satya garu, మరి నాకు ఇచ్చేస్తే I will be very happy. మళ్ళీ నేను ఇంక అందరిని అడగటం ఎందుకు, రాజా వెంకట్ గారిని, how to make him happier. So Vishnu himself is telling, you sing my songs, I am happy. Sing either Kirtana, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnopada Sevanam. So now that's why Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We of course, we started off, when we started our sessions, every day we are doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Probably we don't know the value of it. But once we understand this, all the Shastras, we'll start analyzing how great is Mahamantra. He's saying Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is it very difficult? Very simple. So this is the real bonanza offer for us, where Krishna is giving. It is such a simple. Now you'll ask me a question. Are there any rules? Are there any? Are there any rules? Yagnas cheyalante, there are so many rules. Pantulu garu konni upasam undali, ila cheyali ivanni untayi. Bhagavantuడి విగ్రహారాధనకి there is also so many rules or kind of things. Now Nama Sankirtanకి are there any rules? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is nothing but Krishna, who appeared 500 years back in Kali Yuga, he said, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti Tatrapita Niyamita Smaranena Kala Etadrishitrava Krupa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrisham Ihajani Nanugraha. So your holy name alone can render all benediction of living beings. All living beings ni. There is no segregation. Andaru. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudrani, rich people, poor people, Uttama Janma Puttinavadu, Peda Intlo Puttaru, no discrimination for all living beings. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is one thing. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna, Govinda, Madhava, Keshava, Narayana, Achyuta. There are so many names. In these names, you have invested all your energies. Nama, Nami, Abhedam. అంటే భగవంతుడికి నామంకి there is no difference. కృష్ణ అన్న స్వయంగా ఎదుర్కొండా కృష్ణుడు ఉంచోనున్న రెండు సేమ్. దట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ డిఫరెన్స్. నామ అండ్ నామి అభేదం. Then there are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. No rules. పొద్దున్న లేవాలి, పంచె కట్టుకోవాలి, తూర్పు ముఖంగా కూర్చోవాలి, పులి చర్మం మీద కూర్చోవాలి. There are no rules wherever you are. Oh my Lord, out of your kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am still unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. భగవంతుడి నామం యొక్క గొప్పతనం తెలిసినా మనకి దాని మీద టేస్ట్ లేదు. మనం చాలాసార్లు బయట చూస్తుంటాం. ఎక్కడన్నా ఈ మధ్య లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ తిరుపతి వెళ్ళినా, టెంపుల్కి వెళ్ళినా సరే గట్టిగా గోవింద అనమంటే చాలా మంది ఫీల్ షై. లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ ఫీల్ షై టు సే గోవింద ఇన్ ఈవెన్ పబ్లిక్. ఇంట్లో మేబీ దే మైట్ సే గోవింద, నారాయణ, వాట్ ఎవర్, బట్ ఇన్ పబ్లిక్ దే ఫీల్ షై. We see other religion people, no? On the roadside, they put the mat and start doing their namaz 3 times, 5 times a day. But Hindus, before, if I want to open my chanting mala, evarna chustunara, valle evanukuntaru, veelle evanukuntaru, we are our own dharma, to do our own this one, we feel so shy in public. We should try to come out of this shyness, because we are not doing any mistake. When Jagannath Radha happens in our green grace, last 3 years, by Krishna's mercy, we are doing it. So every Radha Yatra, I tell people, say loudly Hare Krishna. A lot of people don't say it. I mean, it's somehow, in our earlier days, people were very vocal. Like grandmothers and all used to explain Ramayana slokas, Bhagavatam slokas to children. And Nama Sankirtana is very common. If people come together, they were doing Nama Sankirtana. But now, we are so moved away from God. For us, God is 15 minutes a day. We are all part-time devotees. Each one of us have some time. But this process is to become a full-time devotee. Full-time devotee doesn't mean that we are going to Himalayas, leave our family lives, nothing. We do everything what we are doing, but we are trying to keep Krishna in our heart. How do we keep Krishna in our heart throughout the day? How do we remember Krishna throughout the day? This is the practice which we are trying to do, like how we are trying to control mind. This whole process is how are we trying to become a part-time employee to a full-time employee of Krishna? That is the whole process. That is the whole essence of all Vedas, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, all 18 Puranas. The whole essence is how you can become devotee of the Lord and how you can serve Him. That is the whole essence of all Vedas. So basically, this Nama is for everybody. No restrictions. Anybody, even though they might be coming from very low caste, like Chandalas, they say, like tribal people who live in the forest who are eating animal meat. They don't even have proper clothes, they don't even understand anything. Even for them, solution is only saying the name of the God. I am born in the most advanced Brahmana family. We are Ekavedi, Dvivedi, Chaturvedi, but still saying the name of the God is a solution for you. For everyone, it is a solution. It is accessible to everyone at all points of time. You all read Vishnu Sahasranamam? Many of you read Vishnu Sahasranamam, right? Kodarva sarva dharmana bhavatah paramam patah kim japam muchyate jantur janma samsara bandhanat. We are all grateful to MS Subbalakshmi. since our childhood, we have heard Har Vishnu Sahasranama. That's how I also learned. But many of us don't know the meaning. Some of us know by heart whole Vishnu Sahasranama, but we don't know the meaning. So Vishnu Sahasranama is a conversation between two people. Who are that? Bhishma and Dharmaraj, Yudhishthira. That is a conversation between them. Dharmaraj is asking, Kim japam muchyate jantur janma samsara bandhanat. Kim japam. What do you consider the best of all the religious process? What mantra should one chant to become free from repeated birth and death? Dharmaraj is asking Bhishma, Yen cheste I janma mruchu jara vyadi, I will come out of it. Kim japam is asking. The answer from Bhishma is, Yesha me sarva dharmanam dharmo dikatamo mataha yad bhaktya pundari kaksham stavair archena narasatha. I think that the best of all spiritual activities continuously and devotedly worshipping the lotus-eyed Lord Sri Krishna by reciting prayers, glorifying him and describing his holy names. The answer from Bhishma is continuously saying the name of the Lord is the answer for coming out of the repeated cycle of birth and death. Stuvan nama sahasrena purushas satitas titaha. One should always enthusiastically glorify him by chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama. So enthusiastically, Abba chadavamannadi ma amma chadavamandi kabatti vallu etla kotta complete. No, ishtanga, with love, ishtanga. If we need to do that Vishnu Sahasranama or Hare Krishna Mahamantra, whatever we are trying to do. Answers are there everywhere. Now only we are trying to find out. Answers are there in Vishnu Sahasranama. Answers are there in Bhagavad Gita. Ananyas chintayantoma yejana paryupasat. Ananyas chintayantoma. Always think about me. So Krishna is telling very clear in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, everywhere answers. Sri Vishnu Sahasranama answers are there. Now we are trying to find out. There are great people who got all these things together for common people like us who can understand. Next, Bruhad Naradiya Purana says, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nameva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyada. For spiritual progress in the age of Kali, there is no alternative, no alternative, no alternative to the holy name, to the holy name, to the holy name of the Lord. Mood saal enduku chepparu? Satyam, Satyam, Punah Satyam. Plus our brain is also like that. 10 saal chepte gaani ekkadu manaki. Na maata vinu, na maata vinu. So he is saying, Purana is telling, in Kali Yuga, there is nothing better than Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nameva Kevalam. Hare Nameva Kevalam. Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyata. There is nothing better than Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There is nothing better than mantra. There is nothing better than this mantra. That's what the Shastra is telling. Repeatedly telling for out this one. And Bhagavad Gita 10:25, Krishna is saying, Yajnanam Japajastosmi. I am the chanting of the holy name. I don't know if some of you have read Bhagavad Gita. In the 10th chapter, he says, I am this, among the trees, I am this, among this, I am this. Like that he explains. We'll understand in future. Among all of them, he says, among all the best japa, among all the best yajnas, I am the japa yajna. Among all the yajnas, I am the best japa. The japa yajna is the best, and that japa yajna is me. Nene a japam. Na gurinchi chestunnao nene. That's what Krishna is telling. Mukundamala Stotra. Eppudanna vinnara? Mukundamala Stotra. Vinnara meeru? Manjari garu? Very nice. Kulashekar Alvar. Kulashekar Alvar is one of the Alvars in the Vishnu Sampradaya. So he has written beautiful poems, almost 53, I think. 53 poems are there. They are so beautiful. I'll send you the link. You'll listen to them. You'll fall in love. You feel like learning them. I also I'm slowly learning to learn these slokas. So they are so beautiful. So in that, Kulashekar Alvar explains so beautifully about the importance of worshipping Lord Vishnu and the importance of the holy names, how to worship, why human life is very, very important. He repeats saying that one. So I will try to recite this sloka. Shatruchedaika mantram sakalamuparishatvakya sampujya mantram samsarottara mantram samupachita tamasanga niryana mantram sarvaiswaryaika mantram vyasana bhujaga sandushta santrana mantram Jihve Sri Krishna Mantram, Japa Japa Satatam Janma Safalya Mantram. Last line is very important. Jihve Sri Krishna Mantram, Japa Japa Satatam Janma Safalya Mantram. I think it's very self-explanatory. Many of us understand. So Jihve, on the tongue, if we have Sri Krishna Mahamantra, Japa Japa Satatam, if we are able to say the name of the God constantly on the tongue, Janma Safalya Mantram. Is it clear? That is the solution, Janma Safalya Mantra. O tongue, please constantly chant the mantra composed by Sri Krishna's names. This is the only mantra for destroying all enemies. The mantra worshipped by every word of the Upanishads. The mantra that uproots the samsara. Uproots samsara ante attachment. So attachment. Samsara doesn't mean that our families will be broken. It means the attachment to the family will be broken. Family will sustain like that one. The mantra that drives away all darkness of ignorance. When we started our prayer, we said like Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So basically where we said that one, Om Ajnana Timirandasya. Basically we are asking, please take me away from ignorance. And also what is that sloka? Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya we sing. Sloka meaning enti, please take me from ignorance and show me the path of light. Show me the path of light. So this one also is going to take you from ignorance. The mantra for curing those bitten by the poisonous snake of worldly distress. Entasepu naaku adi kavali, idi kavali na tapanlo. We are struggling so much with all these things. It will start removing those unnecessary, so many desires. Let's say today we have unlimited desires in our mind, but we don't know how to remove them. We think, I have so many desires. I have a lot of greed. I want that, I want this, I want this. But the difference between normal people and spiritual people is, normal people do not agree that they have problems within themselves. The spiritual people agree that I have problem. I have greed, I have anger, I have lust, kama, krodha, moha, mada, but I don't know how to control them. Or the spiritual people will say, I am in the process of controlling. Normal people will not agree. Milo tap, nalo tappa, court keltar. పెద్ద గొడవ అవుతుంది, చొక్కపట్టు కొడతారు ఇఫ్ ఐ సే దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ దిస్ వన్. బట్ స్పిరిచువల్ పీపుల్ అగ్రీ, ఎస్ నాలో తప్పులు ఉన్నాయండి బట్ కరెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. దట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ నార్మల్ పీపుల్. యాక్సెప్టింగ్ దట్ దేర్ ఇస్ మిస్టేక్స్ ఇన్ అవర్ హార్ట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ రైట్ స్టెప్. దెన్ సాల్వింగ్ దెమ్, కరెక్టింగ్ దెమ్, చేంజింగ్ అవర్ లైఫ్ స్టైల్ టు గెట్ దట్ వన్. And the mantra for making one's birth in this world successful, Janma Safalya Mantra, which is that mantra which will make your life, the purpose of human life is accomplished if you keep saying Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So is it very complex to say Hare Krishna Mahamantra? There is another beautiful sloka. Alam alam alameka praninam patakanam nirasana vishaye Krishna Krishneti vani yadi bhavati mukunde bhaktirananda sandra karatala kalita sa Moksha Samrajya Lakshmi. This is also in Mukunda Mala Stotram. The Krishna Krishna words are sufficient to drive away the sins of all the living beings. Krishna Krishna words are ready to, for the washing, what we discussed, no? 10 washes or million washes. We don't know how much is the dirt. But this one, no need for surf excel, revive or anything. This will take care. Krishna Krishna mantra will remove all the dirt. Anyone who possesses devotion for Lord Mukunda, in his hands, the gifts of liberation, worldly influence, wealth are in his hands. Karatala Kalitasa Moksha Samrajya Lakshmi. ఎవరైతే భగవంతుడి మీద అనన్యమైన భక్తి ఉంటుందో వాళ్ళ చేతుల్లో మోక్షం, వెల్త్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ లైక్ చైల్డ్స్ ప్లే అంటాం కదా మనం. ఇట్స్ సో ఈజీ అంటాం కదా. వాళ్ళ చేతుల్లో గాడ్ హెస్ పుట్ ద డిజైర్. మోక్షం కావాలా, జస్ట్ సే దిస్ వర్డ్స్. ఇట్ బేసికలీ ద లాస్ట్ లైన్ సేస్ దట్ వన్, ఇట్స్ సో ఈజీ. It's so easy if you are following this path. Any questions so far? Any questions so far about the importance of mantra we discussed?
Conflicting, right? Liberation and influence well. When we have detachment, we don't need all this.
So, yeah. So basically, this is again another interesting topic, but I will speak at a high level and we'll go into detail later. Vedas and the normal books talk about Chaturveda Purushartha. Whenever we are doing puja at home, Chaturveda Phala Purushardham. That's what they keep saying. Which basically dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, righteousness, kama, korika, artha, money, and moksha is liberation. Bhakti is beyond these four. Bhakti, as per Srimad Bhagavatam, is the Panchama Purushartha, is the fifth Purushartha. All of us know only about the four Purusharthas, about dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So Srimad Bhagavatam says Bhakti is higher than all these things. So that's why for a person who has Bhakti in his hands, for him liberation, worldly influence, wealth it's already there. Right? In a 100,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees is already there. You understood? Let's say if I say dharma is 10,000 rupees, artha is 20,000 rupees in a simple way, and kama is 30,000 rupees, moksha is 90,000 rupees. But if you have 1 lakh rupees in your hand, ivanni unnatte men chetlo. So that's why bhakti is still higher. It's a detailed topic, but at least I'm trying to give you some understanding whatever I have. That's why lot of spiritual organizations do not talk about bhakti. Just come do meditation and go, that's enough, some people say. Some people say do this puja, do that puja, that's enough. Some people say do that vratam, this vratam, that's enough. Actually, we can't blame society has changed like that. Brahmanas are supposed to be Brahmajnanis. That means Brahmanas, if they come to our home, they're supposed to explain us about the importance of human life, how to worship God, how to serve God, that mantra is the highest. They're supposed to tell us. But is there any Brahmana who comes to our home, tells these things? No.
We will not allow.
We will not even allow them. We will tell him, 20 minutes lo puja ayipoyi నాకు ఆఫీస్ కాల్ ఉంది. పంతులు గారు అవన్నీ కట్ చేయండి, చాలు తర్వాత చూసుకోండి. We only will instruct pujari to how to do puja, what to do puja, and pujaris have also adjusted now their life according to us, because if they don't listen to us, we won't pay enough money to them. In olden days, Brahmanas were taken care by the Kshatriyas, in the sense they were given like agraharas, they were given lands, so that they don't need to worry about roti kapda makan. They were given house, they were given cows, they were given agriculture lands, they were given gold, money, everything, so that they don't need to worry about daily bread, and their focus is only preaching the knowledge in temples and everything. But now, our society, when the Varnashrama Dharma failed now, Varnashrama Dharma is not happening. We'll understand in future what is Varnashrama Dharma. So Varnashrama Dharma is not happening now. Now government will not take care of pujaris. So pujaris also have to take care of their bellies, their families, their children education, their house EMIs. They have to run around their life. So they are also adjusting their life according to what is required. So that's why Brahmanas are also not telling the most important thing. Ideally, when they come home, they need to tell us what is very, very important. The purpose of human life. Before doing Satyanarayana Vratam, they are supposed to tell why are we doing the Vratam, what is the importance of human life. Have you seen any Brahmana telling? And I mean, don't mistake me, Satyanarayana Vratam we all do, right? At the end, how many stories we read? We read 4 or 5 stories. What are all those stories? Scary stories. You don't eat prasadam, that will happen to you. That Brahmana has forgot to eat prasadam, that's happened. Vaishya has forgot to eat prasadam, Shudra has forgot to eat, that's all has happened. Is there any story which is increasing the love for Satyanarayana Swami? After Satyanarayana Vratam, we are all scared. Ammo, ivad prasadam teeskopothe accident ay chachipotam. Something is going to happen to me. But actually, originally Satyanarayana Vratam stories are not that one. They are changed over a period of time. Actually, Satyanarayana Vratam stories, after doing Satyanarayana Vratam, after listening to that stories, our love for Krishna, our love for Satyanarayana Swami need to become twice or 10 times. Then the Vrata is completed. Then the Vrata is called completed. But today our Vratas are all tick in the box. Started, finished, that one, this one, finished, food, time for prasadam, lunch, that's it. So we are discussing last time, right? What is the difference between ritual and spiritual? Spirit is missing. Spirit is missing. Bhavam, love is missing. So now we are trying to understand little more about this. Yeah, please. Correct. Yeah. Correct.
materialist world, world of wealth and
Yeah.
why is it again referring back to wealth? Because from there we are going to the next level.
The understand the question is the question from Srinivas Garu here is about when you are already reaching the bhakti, which is the highest level, why is there reference about wealth and other things and all? Because only after you cross them, you are going to bhakti. See, one of the important differences, devotees also will have money. I mean, bhaktas, when I say real devotees who have Krishna in their heart fully, they also will have money. But they use that money for Krishna. There are two ways of calling detachment. One is, money is tucham, I don't need it. That is one way of thinking. Another way of detachment is, I need this money for Krishna. I need to construct a temple, so we need money. I want to do Anna Santarpana, so we need money. I want to distribute 10,000 Bhagavad Gitas all around Gachibowli, we need money. So if you are accumulating that money to serve Krishna, it is also bhakti. You understand? How we are using is the patisam. Is the money for me or for Krishna? A devotee can be 100 crores rich man, but he knows in his heart that he is not the real proprietor of the 100 crores. He knows that it is Krishna's mercy, that's why he has got 100 crores. He knows that I need to use this money for the benefit of society and for Krishna. Then 100 crores will not affect you. But if I don't agree these things, that I am the servant of the Lord, Krishna has given me this money and I need this money for serving Krishna. If we don't have this thought process in my mind, if I think this 100 crores is for me to enjoy, me, my wife, my children, every month international holiday, buy everything, whatever we want, this is for my enjoyment. If you start thinking like that, that money is an attachment. For example, position. Let's say you are a minister. You are using that minister position to accumulate money. It will become an attachment. But you are using that minister position because you are a minister of a constituency. Let's say that minister is a devotee. So he will distribute Bhagavad Gitas in the entire constituency. He will make sure in the schools Bhagavad Gita is taught. He will make sure more temples are constructed. He will make sure that more righteous people are there. Then he is using that position for the service of Krishna. Is that example helpful? So you can still live in a very big 6-bedroom villa. But what is the bhavam inside? That's why it's very difficult. Devotion is very subtle. It's all, is it for me or for Krishna? Right now, all of us, I myself, white all about it, we all think that this is for me. We are slowly trying to change our mind that this is given by Krishna and this is for Krishna. We are now trying to reorient our mind. That is bhakti. A lot of people have this misconception that detachment means leave the house, leave everything, go and sit in a small hut. No, we cannot do that one. It's very difficult with our kind of lives. We cannot go and sit in a small hut. We cannot just stay outside of the city in a small hut and do whatever we want, beg into the houses, get money. We cannot get into that detachment stage. We can be in it. Shastras explain, tamaraku mida neeti pottu. You are the water drop on a lotus leaf. That's what Shastra explained, that the lotus leaf is affected by the water. No, the water drop will be floating on the lotus leaf. Even for 5 hours, it will be floating. But if I put the water drop on this cloth absorbs. Today we absorb everything into our heart as me, mine. Yes, I think that you got the main point. That Tamaraku is not living away from water. If I am away from water and if I say I am not touched by water, that is not greatness. As Shri Prabhagaru said, Tamaraku is in the water, but it's still unaffected by the water. Bhagavad Gita is talking about that. Is it easy? Difficult. But once we know the goal, we can make an effort to go in that direction. And what will help us to go in that direction? Mantra chanting. Mantra chanting will help in many ways. It will also slowly help us to detach, slowly help us to develop more devotion for Krishna. It will help us to understand more about Krishna. It is going to take us step by step into the direction. Yeah. So now we are speaking for the last 45 minutes to more than 1 hour about the importance of mantra. Why is it important in the Kali Yuga and all. Now let us try to understand the meaning. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare means energy of God. Is a powerful word that directly addresses the energy of the Lord. That means Bhagavantudu Shakti is Hare. Krishna, Sarva Akarshayati iti Krishna. Krishna means all attractive. Krishna means all attractive. Next, Rama. Rama means all pleasure, reservoirs of pleasure. So whenever we are saying Hare Krishna, I think today we are missing Anjani Garu because I wanted to clarify this to him. Last time he was telling, I will only say Krishna, I will not say any other name. So I wanted to explain him this one. So otherwise Shastras would have said that, right? Hare Krishna, only Krishna, 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 Krishna. Why Hare, why Rama and all? Shastra has composed this one. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So basically we are asking, it's a call to the Lord. Amma, Ayya Anatu. O energy of the Lord, please engage me in the loving service of the Lord Sri Krishna. That is the meaning. Please put me in the service of the Lord Sri Krishna. That is the meaning. Because there is no other different meanings. Very clear. The meaning is, please put me in the service of Krishna. So what do I get by putting in the service of Krishna? That is the ultimate. Eventually we wanted to work for Krishna. What did Arjuna do? Did he stop the war? Did he stop the war? Did he go to Himalayas? He took the Gandiva and he became successful. So he just followed the Krishna's instruction. Krishna gave him a choice after 700 slokas, detailed explanation. Arjuna, it is now your choice. What you want to do, you decide. Krishna is very smart. He said, Arjuna, he explained everything, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. And then finally he said, please choose whatever you want to do. Arjuna said, I am surrendering to you. Now I am agreeing to whatever you do. Then he fought. So he did not get the karma of killing all the people. Because he agreed to Krishna, he worked for Krishna, he became successful. Krishna was with him always, so he became successful. So we are just working towards how do we serve Krishna. What is serving Krishna? We'll understand a bit more step by step. But at this moment, doing anything for Krishna, working for Krishna, everything is like a service to Krishna that will eventually please the Lord. So that's why Shastra says that this is the easiest path. Doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra is easiest, working for Krishna is the easiest. Basically, we have to dovetail our life into how to serve Krishna. We were discussing last time, I want to eat Chakkar Pongal. Right? I like Chakkar Pongal so much, I want to eat that one. Don't make for you, make for Krishna. Make with love for Krishna, offer to him as a prasadam. So your desire of eating Chakkar Pongal is satisfied. At the same time, the same Chakkar Pongal has become prasadam. It is not just Chakkar Pongal anymore. Because Krishna has accepted it, it has become prasadam. Yeah. Now we'll try to understand a little more about Hare Krishna Mahamantra before we come to this one. So we all know this sloka, right? Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Basically says, I don't have time to recite the entire Vishnu Sahasranama. I don't have half an hour. What should I do? Say Rama Rama Rama. Say Rama. That is enough to Sri Rama Rama Rameti. That's as good as saying Vishnu Sahasranama. So that is one definition from Falashruti of the Vishnu Sahasranama. Now if you take a verse from Brahmanda Purana, Sahasranamnam punyam tit avruttayatu yat phalam eka vruttayatu krishnasya namikam tat prayachati. If one utters Sri Krishna Nama once, one obtains the same result that comes from chanting the pure Vishnu Sahasranama 3 times. 1000 times Vishnu name is equal to 1 Rama name. Right? Now, Brahmanda Purana is telling, if we say 3 times, 3000 times Vishnu Sahasranama, 3 times Vishnu Sahasranama, I repeat, or if I say 3 times Rama name, that's equal to 1 Krishna's name. Now, if we apply this logic, many of us are mathematics people, right? So, 1000 Vishnu Namas is 1 Rama name, 3 Rama names is 1 Krishna name. Hare Krishna Mahamantra has got 4 names of Krishna, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna, 4 times Krishna. That's equal to 12,000 times Vishnu. And how many Ramas are there? Rama, Rama, Hare, Hare, 4 times. That's equal to 4,000 names of Vishnu. So totally, 1 Hare Krishna Mahamantra is equal to 16,000 times Vishnu, 16,000 names of Vishnu. Instead of reciting Vishnu Sahasranama 16 times, you can just say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's equal to 16 times Vishnu Sahasranama. So that means if we are doing 108 times, oka mala teeskoni, if we do 108 times Vishnu Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it's equal to doing 17,28,000 Vishnu name. Intakanna pedda offer ekkadanna chusara meeru? Is there any better offer anywhere? This is the best offer. So that is the reason. But don't see this as Rama is less, Krishna is higher, that's why his name. Don't understand like that. This is basically the Shakti. Every mantra has a Shakti, right? Mantra. Why don't we say 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus or Samsung? That doesn't give anything. But if we say Krishna, Rama, Madhava, Keshava, those words have Shakti inbuilt into that one. That's why those words are there. So the amount of Shakti which is included in the Vishnu, that 1,000 times Shakti is included in the Rama's name. That more Shakti is included in the Krishna's name. I said Nama Namni Abhedi. Krishna and his name are one and the same. I said this example several times, I'll repeat. I am feeling very thirsty now. If I look at it, will my thirst go away? If I say water 108 times, will my thirst go away? Then I feel better, right? But in the case of Krishna, saying Krishna's name and seeing Krishna is one and the same. It's very hard to believe. It's very difficult for us because our perception, our mind is like that. It's very difficult for us to accept it. But Shastras are telling if we have faith, we can continue further. So, bhakti is simple for the simple and complex for the complex. That's what Shastra says. Yadbhavam tadbhavati. You see it very complex, it will become complex to you. You see it very simple, it becomes simple to you. So, they say the mood in which we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Krishna is mine. Krishna is one, Jivas are anekam. We are all unlimited Jivas are there. But every Jiva can have one direct connection with Krishna. Every Jiva has a direct connection with Krishna. Krishna has one-to-many relationship. So we don't need to think, Arey yaar, so many millions of people are worshipping Krishna every day. Will he even look at me? Will he accept my prasadam? Will he recognize my service? No, you don't worry about it. Krishna is there in every heart. Do you agree? He is there in every heart. He is telling very clearly that my devotee will never perish. I will take care of you. I will personally protect you. So Krishna is making it very clear in the Bhagavad Gita that you consider you start thinking towards me. You consider Krishna is mine. He will reciprocate. Where is the answer for this one? 4:11. Ye yatamam prapatyante tams tataiva bhajamyaham mama vartanu vartante manushya partha sarvaisha. Manushya partha sarvasha. As all surrendered unto me, I reward them accordingly. I reward them accordingly. మీరు ఏం చేస్తేనే accordingly I will give you it. I will give you this one. ఇందులో వేస్తే 6%, ఇంకో దాంట్లో వేస్తే 8%, ఇంకో దాంట్లో వేస్తే 14%, ఇంకో ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్లో వేస్తే 23%. So whatever investment you give, accordingly Krishna is going to give you return on investment. Krishna, I will worship you for 4 minutes a day. Krishna, I will worship you only for 15 minutes a day. Krishna, I will worship you every Ekadashi. Other days I will give you holiday and I will also take holiday. Krishna, once in a year, every Krishna Ashtami, I will come to your temple. Rest of the 364 days, I will not disturb you. You also don't disturb me. So Krishna will reciprocate accordingly. How we are going to react accordingly. So there is another beautiful sloka. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.10. Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham paramam. A person who has broader intelligence, whether he with full of material desires or without material desires or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the supreme whole Lord Sri Krishna. So basically, akama sarva moksha kama udariva, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purushan Parvam. Whatever you have in mind, because you remember we were reciting some slokas before, 4 types of people come to Krishna, like we recited in our this one, 4 types of Ardharthi, Jignashu, 4 types of people come to Krishna. So Krishna is telling, you want liberation? Come to me. You have lot of desires? Come to me. You want that, you want this? Come to me. But I love the people more who want only me and nothing else. He's telling, I am equal to everybody. Krishna has no partiality. He is giving water, he is giving sunlight, he is giving shelter, he is giving to everyone. He is taking care of all the praja, all the living beings, including an ant. It is getting food. Krishna is arranging everything. But you want me, you are special to me. That's it. So toppers in the class are dear to the class teacher, right? There are 65 students in the class. Teacher wants everybody to pass. Teacher wants everybody to become successful. But there is one student who takes teacher's instructions strictly. If he tells do homework, he will do the homework. If he says write this essay 5 times, he will write that 5 times. He has taken the words of teacher very seriously. So teacher will give special love towards the children because he is following my instructions. So now Bhakti is following Krishna's instructions. Bhakti means following what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. So concluding, eventually chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the end point, whether you accept it today or after 50 times or after 500 lifetimes. Eventually everybody has to accept. There are so many Nastikas today who fight. They will say God is not there. At some point of time they have to come. They have to accept, whether in this life or after 50 lives, they have to accept it. And what was the sloka we all practiced? Bahunam Janmanam Mante. Vasudeva Sarvaviti. Basically, after so many lifetimes, one person comes into devotional path. Out of that one person out of millions, like that, finally, only one person understands Vasudeva Sarvaviti, that Krishna is everything. It is he who need to be understood from the entire Vedas. So whether we want, for example, we spoke about Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Whether you want to accept today or after 50 lives or 500 lives or 5,000 lives is a choice we have. But truth remains the truth. Truth remains the truth. Shastra remains same. Shastra will not change the answer. It is now for us to decide when do we want to accept and when do we want to do that one. Any questions? I still want to talk another 10 minutes on one topic if I can extend. Any questions? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually there are 3 pralayas. There is Adyantika, there is one pralaya which happens every day we sleep, right? Do we remember anything when we sleep? Like a log we sleep. Until next day morning, we don't even know what's happening. We forget that who are we. We forget who are we, what are we doing, what is our position, what is this one. We sleep like a log. So that is one kind of pralaya. Next day morning we get up, పొద్దున్న బ్రష్ పెట్టుకోగానే అన్ని గుర్తొచ్చేస్తాయి. అన్ని millions of thoughts. మళ్ళీ చెట్టు మీదకి పక్షులన్నీ వచ్చినట్టు మళ్ళీ 1 million thoughts will come as soon as you get up and put your brush on 1 million thoughts. That's one kind of pralaya Shastra says, where you forget and again. Second pralaya is basically after the cycles, after the cycle of Brahma. Brahma has 100 years. After every 100 years, after Brahma's, in between 100 years, there are so many lives going on. So they're all equal to one breath of Vishnu. When he takes breath, all the universes go into his body. When he exhales, all universes comes again. And Srushti starts again. When the universe comes, Brahma is appointed. Everything is a position. Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, all these are positions. They are not permanent people. It's positions. Different people can sit in that position. Like who is the sun god now? What is the name of the sun god? Vivaswan. You are a sincere student. Vivaswan. Vivaswan is the name of the person who is now occupying the position of sun god. So like that, so once the universe is created, then Brahma is appointed. He will start doing the detailed creation. All the manus will come. Then how many do everyday puja? What is that? Kaliyuge Pradamapade Manvantare. Huh? We say that, no, whoever is doing this one. So we are in which Manvantara now? So we say that, no? So we are in the current Manvantara. I will explain in the next session how the whole division happens into this one. So in each, so the Lord comes and Manus come, Brahma comes and the Manus come, and the whole creation starts. Srimad Bhagavata explains it so beautifully in the second canto, how the entire creation happens, how animals are created, reptiles are created, and how humans are created, insects are created, everything, they're all created. And God provides the food, and then he puts the into us the akali and thirst. Everything he puts, and then he provides everything, and he's off from the duty, and then we'll be running around. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi, janma mrityu vyaraji, man tiruguta untam. Eppudu we'll understand that we have to come out of it. Actually, there is one beautiful picture here in our house. I will explain you either, if possible, during lunchtime or next time I'll explain. It explains the whole topography of 14 planets, and then the Vishnu Loka, Vaikuntha Loka, Goloka Vrindavan, it explains. I remember Lakshmi Garu asked one question last time back. Why is Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. In the Shastras, they were initially like Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Why is it changed? Why is the order changed was a question which Lakshmi Garu asked in the last session. So basically what happened is Shastras were talking about Hare Rama and all. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, who came as Mahaprabhu in the form of a devotee, he was going to every street and singing the songs, basically making everybody as a devotee. Everybody as a devotee. Then so many Brahmanas came and stopped him. They don't know that he is Krishna himself. So many Brahmanas, knowing that they know Vedas, they stopped him and said, how come you are teaching Vedas to these roadside people who are coming from low janma? Why are you teaching him and all? Then Lord Krishna said, is that a problem? They said, yes, it's a problem. He immediately changed it. Then they said, do you have a problem? They said, they left. Krishna twisted that so that to please the Brahmanas, because they were telling that only a person who is having janjam, who is following this one Vedic traditions, only need to do the mantra, because the Hare Krishna Hare Rama, that mantra is coming from the Vedas. So all these people are not eligible to read Vedas. Then Krishna said, is that your problem? He is the God, right? He can do anything. So he convinced them and made them go, and he gave the same mantra by reversing his order. Effect is not changed. He gave that to everybody, including Shudras. Shudras not from a community point, a caste point of it. It means our consciousness in terms of what we are doing. Then everybody were given that choice of saying that Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I just want to talk. Can we extend it by 10 minutes? Is that okay? 10 minutes? Okay. So Karthika Mas. We all know as South Indians, Karthika Mas starts and we need to offer Deepam, and we all know that one. But basically, I also understood a lot after coming into this path. In fact, we all know that calendars are also different to different regions. Like for Telugu, Samavasya is very bad. For Tamilian, Samavasya is the very best. It's always puzzling. So always there is a debate about some people have a particular tithi based on the sunrise. Some people, whenever the tithi comes, they accept it like that. So there are different debates about it. So to cut the long story short, as per the Vaishnava calendar, Karthika Masam starts today. Karthika Masam starts today. Telugu calendar, it starts one day after the Diwali. So this Masam is considered as very, very important. And I'm so happy that by Krishna's arrangement, we are discussing about Hare Krishna Mahamantra on the first day of the Karthika Masam. So this is how God plans sometimes. So there is a long story, but maybe we'll reduce that story now and we'll go to that one. So Damodara. Krishna is considered as Damodara. We all use the words Damodara. So the Damodara name has come because of the Leela which happened, Damodar Leela. You know that story? How many of you know that story? Where Krishna has been tied with the rope. That story. I will tell it very briefly. because that story can be explained in 1 hour, it can be explained in 2 minutes. I'll try to explain in 2 minutes. So once Mother Yashoda was trying to, basically she was feeding Krishna. She was feeding Krishna at that time on the Diwali day. Inside in the kitchen, there's a special milk which is made exclusively for Krishna called Padmagandha milk. Those are given by special cows called Padmagandha cows, give such special milk. Actually, in the ancient world, it seems that the milk used to have a special aroma, it seems. You smell that milk, you can make out that it's coming from a special kind of a cow. Now there is no smell in any milk. We get all dabba pal. So there's no special this one aroma. So that Padmagandha milk was boiling and that was just about to come out. So immediately Mother Yashoda put Krishna down and she went inside to manage that one. Krishna gets angry. You are giving me milk, in between you left me. Krishna was saying, no, don't go. But she wants to take care of it. So she put him aside and went inside the, to switch off the stove. And then Krishna gets angry. So what he does, he breaks the pots. He breaks the pots to express her anger. And Mother Yashoda comes and says, why have you done this one? He says, you left me, you ignored me, you went inside. For you, that milk is more important than me. So that's why I've broken this one. So Mother Yashoda starts running behind him to catch him. I'm just telling in a little funny way. So Mother Yashoda starts running behind him. He ran. Finally, she gets him. See this picture. A person who is Sarva Karana Karanam, who is the creator of millions and millions and millions of universes, Adyanta Rahita, is running and her mother is having a stick. That shows that one, with bhakti, you can bind even the Lord. Even the Supreme Lord, who is in charge of the entire universe, you can bind him with bhakti. So mother is running, the son is running. She was not able to catch him. Finally, he stops. Then she was able to catch him. So can you catch Krishna? Only if we allow us to catch him, we can catch him. Otherwise, we cannot catch him. Right? Then there is one, basically like, what do you call it? Grinding stone, roll ఉంటుంది. So she tries to tie that one. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళొద్దు నువ్వు, I'm giving you a punishment. She tries to tie that one. She gets hundreds and hundreds of meters of cloth, but she's still not able to tie him. ఎంతసేపు tie చేసినా there is 2 inches gap. She gets the entire maybe 10 million meters of this one, but she's still not able to tie. 2 inches is the gap. ఎంత చేసినా. You know what is the 2 inches? 1 inch is our effort. 2nd inch is Krishna's effort coming forward, Krishna's mercy. So, mana effort 30, if you move forward 1 inch, if Krishna gives his mercy 2nd inch, then you are going next to Krishna. So that is a deep explanation of why the 2 inches gap is there. That's the one. So finally he ties him off and says, that's your punishment, stay here. And the Supreme Lord starts crying. He starts crying. Rudantam Muhurnetra. We'll sing a beautiful song sometime. So he starts crying. No, don't tie me like that. Don't leave me alone, kind of a thing. So all the yogis, rishis, devatas were perplexed. We cannot get his darshan. To get his darshan, we also have to wait millions of hours outside to get his 1 second darshan. Such Supreme Lord, he is in front of his mother, worried, crying, asking, please leave me. We can never see this scene again in life. Everybody were taking that video camera, best picture, that video they were all taking in their eyes. They're recording that beautiful moment in their eyes that they can never see again such that Supreme Lord doing like this. And Krishna, that's why he's called Damodara, because Udara, for his stomach it is being tied. Then Krishna slowly goes into the courtyard, Nanda Maharaj's courtyard, and there are 2 big Yamalarjuna trees. He takes that one and goes into the tree. And both the trees fall down. And 2 Kuberas come out, Nalakubera and Manigriva. Nalakubera and Manigriva are the 2 Kuberas who come out from the trees. Basically, once those Kuberas, they are sons of Kubera. Nalakubera and Manigriva are sons of Kubera. Son of Kubera means you can understand. Their head will be strong because they are son of person who is having so much money. So they were enjoying in some water with women and kind of things. And then Narada was passing by. they don't show any respect. The women immediately get up and try to say like this. They cover their body and say like this. But these were like, we are Kubera's sons, they're relaxed. So Narada gets angry in the sense like, oh, you are not even respecting a Devarshi. Is that what you have learned? So money has got into your head. So this is money using for Krishna is different from money for me, right? They were thinking, I am the son of Kubera. I don't need to care anything. So he said, go and become trees, because their body is like naked at that time. So trees are also naked. So all the film heroes, heroines are all future trees, because they show their body every day. Anybody who shows their body every day, next life is a tree. Very clear. Shastra says that one. The trees are like, they don't have shirt, pant, clothes, right? No, there is no sari for the tree. So trees are always standing like that, one naked body in sunlight kind of thing. Because they are so, if people are so obsessed to showing their body, Krishna gives the tree body next time. Show Katti just like that. So they become like a tree, and they are there. And so basically, Narada was so nice that even though he has given him a curse, they ask for his forgiveness. Please forgive me. Then he'll say, Krishna will come and relieve you. Until then, stay like trees. So where will Krishna come? In Nanda Maharaj's court. They know that Krishna will take birth there. So they go and become trees in that Nanda's courtyard and stay there for thousands or millions of years. They're waiting. When will Krishna come? When will we relieve us? And finally, you see that picture. Nalakubera and Manigriva are relieved from the sapam, and they take their normal body and go back to the heaven. They pray Krishna and they thank Krishna and go away. This is a short story called Damodara Leela. So this Karthika Mass is called as Damodara month. In this 1 month, it is very, very important. I know Krishna can be worshipped in any form, but it is dear to, in this month, he is more seen like a Damodara, like a little boy tied by his mother. In that form, if we worship him, we get kind of a more benefits. So in Padma Purana, it says, of all the plants, the sacred Tulasi is more dear to me. All of us know that Tulasi is great. How great is she? I will talk 10 minutes next session. Tulasi is the most dear to me. Of all the months, Karthika is more dear to me. And of all the days, Ekadashi is more dear to me. So Vishnu is telling very clearly that of all the months, Karthika Mass is more important to me. Again, God himself is telling this month is important. So we should take it seriously. So what needs to do? We understood that Karthika month is very important. We understood a little bit about the Damodara story. And what we need to do is offer a ghee lamp. We need to offer a ghee lamp. I will send you again these details in the WhatsApp group so that you can all follow. So we need to offer ghee lamp, and we need to sing a song called Damodara Ashtakam. It's an 8 lines, this one. And I will send you some recording also. Please listen. Please listen and practice. Again, don't worry about voice, tone, tune, beauty. Don't worry. Just, we all understood from the last few sessions, it's all about heart-to-heart connection with the Lord, right? It's not about external. So sing this Damodara Ashtakam at home and offer him the ghee lamp. Ghee lamp. Either take a small deepam and have a wick, vottu, and which is dipped in the netilo munchina vottu pettukoni, you have to show him. So I will explain you that a little more. So we have to sing Damodara Ashtakam every day. I will request this 30 days starting from today. It will take 6 minutes at home. If we can do every day Damodara Ashtakam, we will also try to do one day next week onwards. Because we are going to do 6 to 8, we will do Damodara Ashtakam at the end after the session. But at home every day, if we can do, that's wonderful. And this is not for women. Lot of us think that all pujas are for women. No, pujas are for women, men, children, irrespective of the age. Somebody is on 1 second. Mute. Okay. Right. So this whole month, we have to offer ghee lamp. We have to sing the Damodara Ashtakam. We have to eat prashadam, in the sense like, slowly we can make the habit of, I don't know how many of you have the habit. Slowly we can make we are trying to make the habit of offering to Krishna and eat whatever we cook. We are slowly learning that one. So then whatever you are offering to Krishna and eat, that will become like a prashadam. And you can offer the ghee lamp to the Tulsi tree and do 4 pradakshinas around the Tulsi tree. And offer anything to Krishna. That's all. Is it very complex? Is it difficult? of offering to ghee lamp to Krishna, he's not asking you to give all your property to him. He's just saying, offer a ghee lamp, sing damodara ashtakam, offer something, make something. 10 grams food at least you give me. Whatever you eat, you cook for me. That's all he's saying. And then Tulasi also. There is a prayer, nice prayer. Vrundaya Tulasi Devyaya Priyaya Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namaha. Very small prayer. I'll send you. You can practice this one. Whenever you are offering any flower to Tulasi or something like that, you can sing these 2 lines and offer the ghee lamp. That's all Krishna is telling to do. So I will request you this whole month, please try to follow that one. Now, the moment we say anything, nakenti. This is the first question which will come into the mind. ఇవన్నీ నేను ఎందుకు చేయాలి, నాకేం వస్తుంది? And our course is all about talking from Shastras, right? Nothing from personal. Best of all the months and purest of purifiers. Any japa, austerity, sacrifice will offer wonderful results. In a normal day, you do Hare Krishna mantra, you get, let's say, this much piety. In this Karthik month, you get 100 times more. And effect of following this vrata goes for 100 lifetimes. Karthika Masam, whatever we are trying to do, that effect goes for 100 lifetimes. The benefit is distributed like that. Anyone offers ghee lamp to Lord Krishna or in the temple of Vishnu, all sins are destroyed. I am not convinced. Inka kaval details. Appude nenu deepam pedtanu. A person who reads Gita sincerely in the month of Karthik do not return to this world. There Satyagar nenu convince avaledu. Of all the gifts, the gift of offering a ghee lamp in Karthik month is the highest. లేదండి నాకు ఇంకా చెప్పండి, నాకు ఘీ ల్యాంప్ నేను పెట్టలేను. The piety obtained by taking bath in all the holy places and giving all charity is not even equal to 1/10 millionth of offering ghee lamp to Krishna. I think this is the ultimate కదా. ఇంకంతకన్నా ఇంకా కన్విన్స్ చేయాల్సింది ఏమైనా ఉందా? కన్విన్స్ అయ్యామా లేదా? A person who offers ghee lamp during the month of Kartika attains a result that cannot be obtained with even 100 yajnas of or 100 pilgrimages. Sometimes it's unbelievable. ఒక చిన్న దీపం తిప్పితే 100 పుణ్యక్షేత్రాలకు వెళ్ళిన దానికన్నా ఎక్కువ, 100 యజ్ఞాస్ చేసిన దానికన్నా ఎక్కువ. Our mind questions like that one. But let's accept it. Krishna himself is telling it's not created by me or whoever prepared this PowerPoint. No, it is being created by Krishna is telling in the Shastras. In Skanda Purana, O Narada, no sin exists anywhere in the 3 worlds that will not be purified by offering a lamp to Lord Keshava during the Kartika. For example, if anybody thinks that I have done so many sins, maybe we have done so many sins in this life only, we don't know. Or we have done so many sins in the previous life. Some of the sins are very big. We never know how many lifetimes we have to undergo the penalty for that sins. He's telling, no sin exists anywhere in the 3 worlds that cannot be purified by offering by the lamp. If you have so much of baggage of sins, if your prarabdha karma, sanchita karma is so huge, offer the ghee lamp and burn the bag of the prarabdha karma, sanchita karma. That's what Krishna is telling. So this is the essence of all slides. Let's fall in love with Krishna. It's hard, but let's fall in love with Krishna. So, any questions? Chepama. You have so many questions. Okay, you have written all the questions. We'll talk. Wonderful. Thank you. Whatever I know, I'll tell. Others, I will find out and tell. So, because we learned so much about greatness of Mahamantra, can we spend 5 minutes to do the Mahamantra? 5 minutes. Yeah. 1 second. One second. Hare Krishna. Let's all spend some time and do Hare Krishna Mahamantra for 5-7 minutes. It will take 5 minutes.